Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you all are doing well. And in this video, I know this video is very late, but in this video, I will be sharing my own personal ranking of the best films of 2023. And this is going to be my own top 10 list. Now, this list only entails the Indian films, and I have not included any Hollywood or any other foreign language film. And please know that this is my own personal ranking. Your favorite list could be something else, some other movies could be a part of your list. So please let me know in the comments your top 10 films of 2023. Now for this year also, I have ranked the film on the basis of how I ranked all my favorite films last year, where I scored the film out of 10 in different categories. I'm gonna put up my sheet over here right now. You can pause and check my scoring. Now this entire list itself are all my favorite films of 2023. It's only ranked basis my scoring in the different parameters, because if I subjectively wanted to choose, I would choose all the films to be on my favorites list. But because I wanted to rank them more objectively, hence the scoring. So yes, without further ado, let's get into my top 10 films. So happy to start the list from this absolutely soulful and heartbreaking Kannada film directed by Hemant Rao and starring Rakshit Shetty and Rukmini Vasanta. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to watch Side B or the conclusion of this film when it had gotten a theatrical release later this year. So I will have to wait for its OTT release, but I'm extremely excited to know how the movie concludes. But despite that, nothing could stop this film from solidifying its position in my top 10 list. Beautifully crafted story, amazing background score, sound design, and absolutely heartfelt performances. This movie has the power to just draw you in so much that after it ended, I was left with a feeling of longing and emptiness. And it felt that I just had an out of body experience. This is the romantic emotional drama that my heart was truly craving for. And I just love that throughout the movie, even though so many things were happening, the story never left its emotional core from these two people. Through every passing hurdle, you could just see the love that the protagonists have for each other, and it just warmed my heart, but it also broke me. From the general review, I know that Side B is a really good conclusion film for this particular story, so I cannot wait to watch it. But in case you have not watched Side A also, you can catch this on Amazon Prime Video. Not even surprised that this movie made it to my top 10. Geo Baby's masterful storytelling and direction, with top-notch performances by Mammootty and Jyotika, and the complexity of human emotions and dynamics of relationship explode in this film, makes it an absolute must-watch. The stillness, hollowness, and loneliness that follows these two characters throughout the film is going to put a little bit of a heavy weight in your heart. And when the movie ends with that last epic shot, it feels like you have won along with Mamuka. The dialogues, no doubt, are extremely powerful, but it is the silence that becomes the actual power of the storytelling. Matthew is the character that you want to root for so bad. You know, in the film companion directors roundtable that I had reacted to, Geo Baby said that, oh, they all consider me as this feminist director. But honestly, what I feel is that he just chooses to keep it simple and speak the truth. And that is why his film hits close to home. If you're looking for nuance, then this is the film to go for. You can catch this on Amazon Prime Video if you haven't. The shock and disgust that I felt while watching the climax of this film is something that I truly cannot describe in words. The film that initially might seem like a run-of-the-mill murder investigative thriller gives a whole new meaning of what could be the consequences of childhood trauma if it were to carry on to your adult life as well. This is a film that when you start watching, you might think, okay, I am just watching a film about these twin brothers and how effed up their lives are in their own way. But once you reach that climactic sequence, it's like your brain starts rethinking about every conversation and every scene that happened in the film. And this is the exact reason why this film is in my top 10 list. Another reason to watch this film is the portrayal of the twin brothers to perfection by Joju George. You can now catch this film on Netflix. This is one of the finest Hindi films to release this year. This is the story of how a simple lawyer fights against all odds to bring justice to a minor who is a SA survivor. The narration is extremely gripping with amazing editing and cinematography, especially of the entire courtroom proceedings. But it is Manoj Bajpayee's performance that shines through and through. In fact, when it comes to Hindi films, I am dedicating this year's acting award to Manoj Bajpayee. Two of his films, that is this one and Gulmohar, have made it to my favorites list. In fact, I have heard that one more movie of his, Joram, that I unfortunately could not catch in the theaters, is also superb. Just to make you understand how iconic this film is, the movie actually initially got an OTT release, but because of such positive reviews and because of the impact that the film made, it got a theatrical release later. But in case you have missed it, do catch this film on Z5. As per my opinion, only and only if you have been living under a rock, then you probably do not know about the Hindi film 12th Fail. But other than that, this is one of the best Hindi films to come out this year. 12th Fail follows the real journey of the IPS officer Manoj Kumar Sharma, portrayed with so much sincerity by Vikrant Messi. The film not only documented this journey beautifully, but also gave me a sense of hope and motivation that no matter what, there is always the option to restart. And Manoj Kumar Sharma went through some really tough times. The movie also beautifully sheds light on how important it is to have a good support system around you, because they play a key factor in your road to success. Vidhu Vinod Chopra truly did an amazing job directing this film. If you have not watched it, you can now watch it on Netflix. Where to even start, guys, with this film? Now, I have not made a detailed review of this film yet, but nonetheless, this movie left me shattered. Like, I could not get this movie out of my head for several days after I had watched it. Unfortunately, the story being based on true events, this is a film that explores the topic of child essay and kidnapping, and how a little girl's Chitta, aka Uncle, does everything in his power to search for her. The film, in so many parts, is so difficult and painful to watch, and it kind of makes you feel how disgusting some people can just be in this world. Siddharth is absolutely fabulous in the role, but the show stealer is the little girl Sahasra, who plays his niece. One of the finest films to come out from the Tamil film industry this year. Chitta is a must watch. You can catch this on Disney Plus Hotstar. What an underrated film, guys. I loved everything about this movie. The direction, the screenplay, editing, camera work, performances, just everything. The movie is such a fabulous take on the superhero genre, but it is so much more than just a superhero film. It is a tale of a common man standing up against a big political fish, and the overall message that it is possible to get justice if we find it in our hearts to be brave. There's so many moments in our life as a common man where we do not take the plunge or the step because there is fear inside our heart. We fear the resistance and we fear that we as a common man do not stand a chance. But this movie comes as a beacon of hope and gives that positive message to all of us. Sivakarthikeyan is fabulous in the film, and Yogi Babu's patchwork still manages to make me chuckle to this date. Watch it on Amazon Prime Video. Lijo Jus Pellicetti and Mammootty. What did you expect that will happen next? Absolute magic and chaos, of course. I simply love this movie for its sheer intelligence in its writing and storytelling. Mamuka is just on fire with his character portrayal, and LJP, as always, leaves us hanging with a brain teaser. The film is highly open to interpretation, so no theory about this film's climax is right or wrong. Everyone is right in their own way, and that is the biggest beauty of the film. The frames of the movie are absolutely marvelous. The static shots make you feel a certain way. I mean, you are an observer, but you still somewhat feel that you are present there. The nuance of the story portraying how people in their core are all the same, and the differences are just so outwardly, is fascinating to watch. Unfortunately, I was not one of those privileged people to have watched this film in the theater, so I had to wait for its OTT release, because I am sure I would have really been mesmerized if I had watched all those beautiful frames on the big screen. But that is going to change this month, because I'm definitely going to watch Malai Kottai Valiban in the theater. But this movie, you can watch it on Netflix. If I could relive the theater experience of watching this film, I would relive it multiple times. A movie that depicts how the people of Kerala came together to help each other out during the unfortunate 2018 floods was just an exhilarating viewing experience. And this is the kind of film that doesn't leave your senses for a long time after you watch it. Because not only are you overwhelmed with emotions, but you feel a sense of pride, gratitude, and love for your fellow countrymen. It was India's official entry to the Oscars this year. Unfortunately, it did not make the cut, but I am still very, very proud of everyone who was part of this film. The film, while covering this tragic incident, gives out such a positive message that everyone indeed is a hero. And when people band together, it creates a synergy that topples all your fears. A movie that also truly humbles you because you understand how powerful the nature is. And at times like this, you realize how feeble the human life is. Truly a must watch. You can catch it on Sony Live if you haven't. A story about what art of cinema can do. Two amazing protagonists, breathtaking visuals, thrilling score, and a climactic sequence throughout which I completely bawled my eyes out. That's Jigar Thanda XX for you. It is not an overstatement to say that Tamil cinema has been killing it this year, because the range of movie it has given us, from the mass masala action film to a sensitive film like Chitta, I mean, it's truly mind boggling. And when it comes to this particular film, I am so disappointed that I could not watch this in theaters, because for some reason this did not get a theatrical release here in North. This is the kind of film that blends it that massy cinema element along with a great social message of the power of cinema, giving ode to the art of filmmaking. I mean, it just gives you everything. Karthik Subbaraj's storytelling and direction was so detailed that I could not find a single lagging moment in the film. And this film is not short on length by any means. S.J. Surya was absolutely phenomenal in the role, but it is Raghava Lawrence's Caesar that completely stole my heart. A must watch, and you can catch this film on Netflix. When I had stepped in to watch this film, I never expected that a period crime thriller gangster saga is going to become my favorite film of the year. But that is the magic of Vetrimaran. You know, I was so shocked when he was talking about the process of his filmmaking in the Film Companions Director's Adda, where he said that he was so confused and he did not know what he was doing. He was just going over budget and all of those things. But when you see the final product on screen, you wonder, no, that's not possible because of how perfect everything on screen is. I mean, just that one take train accident sequence is worthy of winning all the awards. This is the kind of film that is not everybody's cup of tea. But if you like such storytelling, then this film is like going down a rabbit hole and there is just no turning back. Narrative wise, this film is layered and nuanced, but technical prowess wise also, this film just shines. And the fact that the movie is actually shot in real location makes it a thrilling visual experience. Suri has just knocked it out of the park in his role, and I don't even have the context of his previous comedic films, because most of what I have read is that he is perceived as this comedic actor. So it was fascinating for a lot of people to watch him in the serious role, but I feel he just knocked it out of the park. Vijay Sethupathi obviously did not have as much screen time, but you could feel his lingering presence throughout the film, and when he appears, it's just fabulous. I'm actually looking forward to the second part so much because it will explore his side of story. And I love how everything in the story by the end circles back to the initial train attack. I mean, I don't know how much over budget Vetrimaran went for the part 2, but I am definitely looking forward to it. But Viduthalai part 1 makes it to the top of my list because of how beautifully the story has been executed. If you have not watched it, catch it on Z5. And that is the end of my favorite films of 2023. I mean, I have a lot of favorite films. You saw the list, but with my scoring, these are my top 10 favorites. Let me know your thoughts about these films and let me know your own top 10 favorites list of 2023 Indian films in the comments below. And that was the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'm once again very sorry that this video came a little late, but better late than never. And with that, I will end this video here, and I will see you soon on my next one. Bye.